Hubert, what was the difference in the second half? You guys obviously.
We played harder. Energy, effort, passion. Obviously, we rebounded the ball extremely well. I thought defensively, we were really good. I thought in the second half we took care of the basketball. We had 0 assists and 8 turnovers in the first half. Second half, we only had 1 turnover and 8 assists. And so I thought that was huge. And then at the end of the day, guys are just gonna have to step up and make plays. And Armando, RJ, Caleb, Leaky, Pete, all of them on both ends of the floor made numerous plays to give us a chance to win.
How big was that spurt from RJ, the steal and then the deflection steal, Caleb 3? How big do you feel like that spurt was just in terms of a springboard?
Well, it was great. That's all we talked about at halftime. It was a heated discussion at halftime with them. By the time it was like almost the 16-minute mark, it was a 1-point game. And so it was a great example to them what can happen when you play with sustained effort and energy and a passion out there. And so that flurry with RJ and then the 3 with Caleb was really big for us.
The guys said at halftime that the energy in the locker room was about, the discussion was about passion and about care, asking how much they care. They said there were no structural changes. It was all about want and care.
Well, you can't, to get like technical in terms of basketball, if you don't get the energy, effort, and passion part, you can't get to that. That doesn't make it. So until you check that box, then you can get to the technical part. And so, first half we coached effort and passion, and the second half we coached basketball.
And as a result, you saw that basketball, like more movement on offense, and they also said that the switching was a lot better on defense. It was a lot sharper.
I thought it was. The times we made, Notre Dame is an unbelievable team. Those guys are so good, and they make you pay for your mistakes. And so in the first half, they scored 14 points off of our mistakes in regard, like going underneath screens when we weren't supposed to. Switching out of bounds underneath when we weren't supposed to. In the second half, I thought the guys really stepped up defensively. We've been in this position a number of times in the last 2 weeks. We just have. We've been in the same position at Pitt, the same position at Duke, the same position with, not against Wake Forest, but against Miami and also against NC State. And this time we were able to get the stops and make the baskets that we needed to down the stretch to win.
Hubert, the contributions from Pete and Leaky, like Pete, I think he had 5 assists and
Yeah.
he was double-figure rebounds, and Leaky's crashing the offensive board. It just seemed like they had some timely things that really helped you guys along.
It's great. There's so many ways that you can make a major impact out there on the floor. It's not just scoring. It's not just defense, rebounding, loose balls, setting a good screen, assists, keeping the ball alive, talking on defense, things that show up on the stat sheet and things that don't. And so, Leaky shot 2 for 11 from the field, but you can't tell me that we don't win this game without him. He was unbelievable. I don't think Pete shot the ball really well at all either. But you telling me those 5 assists and him keeping the ball alive and giving us that size to be able to match up when they went big, didn't help us win, it was huge.
What went into the decision to foul up by 3 with under a minute to play versus letting it play out?
Well, there's 2 choices: let it play out or foul in the backcourt, and that's just the way that we play it. Does it mean they're guaranteed that it's going to work out? No. I've seen it work, and I've seen it not work. And so that's the way that we have practiced and talked about it and discussed it, and we executed. And whether it ends in a win or a loss doesn't mean it was right or wrong, but I'm glad that we were able to win the game.
I believe you guys had 21 second chance points. You had 3 straight possessions inside the last 5 minutes where you scored off of offensive rebounds. Was that as aggressive as you guys have attacked the offensive boards?
Well, I think
sometimes
we had 18 offensive rebounds, I think, against NC State.
We did.
So we're getting better at that. I mean,
production was there today also.
It was.
Yeah, you were able to score.
It was. Well, you got to be able to score shooting 2 for 23 from 3, and so, the thing that I always talk to them about is you got to check 3 boxes. 1, you got to defend. I thought we did a good job of that. 2, you got to rebound. We definitely did that. And 3, you got to take care of the basketball. In the second half, we did that. And so even if you shoot 33% from the field, you still put yourself in a position to win, and that's what happened tonight.
Hubert, I think it
Two
was,
more.
I think it was an 18% shooting for you guys in the first half, if I got the number right. I mean, just,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think I got it right. Kirsch can fact check it.
Yeah.
What were you thinking over there as those shots just weren't going in? I mean, what did you make of that whole just struggle that you guys were in?
Well, I felt like a couple things. One, for the most part, I felt like we got good looks. Look, at the end of the day, they were packing it in. So they had 2 to 3 people around Armando. Driving the lane, there's 2 or 3 people in the lane, and the only way that you can open that up is make some jump shots. And we had wide open looks in the first half, and we didn't make them. We didn't really make them in the second half, but the thing, we got Armando the ball, and I felt like he worked even harder. He did in the first half, worked even harder to get lower position so he can just go right into his basket. And then our second chance opportunities, and we were really good from the free throw line.
What did you notice in this Notre Dame performance, perhaps, versus seeing them in January? Anything they did a lot better than you expected?
No, I mean, Notre Dame is an unbelievable team. I don't look at the record. They have an incredible coach and Coach Bray. Those guys are experienced. They've been there before. They're an NCAA tournament team last year. They're very difficult to play because they know how to play. They're skilled. They're fundamentally sound. They're tough. We knew what we were getting tonight, and to win in the ACC is difficult, and to win on the road is even more difficult. And so I'm very happy and very proud of the guys.
Very good.